Testing the water in people's homes is what revealed everything. Worried families like Leanne Walters demanded that the city test their water to figure out what was going on. Eventually, after her cries for help were not heard, she took matters into her own hands with the help of Virginia Tech.
My average was 2,500 parts per billion. My highest was 13,500 parts per billion. Hazardous waste is 5,000.
The government eventually set out officials to test the water. However, many guidelines were not followed. Therefore, the results were much lower than the reality and inaccurate.
You remove the aerator the night before sampling, clean the lead out, so when you measure the lead the next day, the lead in water looks lower than it normally is. EPA wrote a memo that essentially banned that protocol, but they know, as we speak today, water utilities still use that protocol.
Regardless of the government's careless testing, the public was finally starting to be aware of the reality. There's lead in their water. Now the next question is, how badly was this affecting the health of Flint residents? With this question comes even more problems. Of course, Flint's parents' first priority was getting their kids and eventually their own blood tested for poisoning. Many families were just too late. Lead leaves the blood after about a month of being in the human body's system. It then moves to organs and bones in the body. This can cause many health problems, both mentally and physically. Once the lead leaves the blood, it is very difficult to test for the poison. The side effects of lead poisoning can take up to 5 years to show. All of these things make it seem like mission impossible to figure out who has been exposed to this poisonous substance. On top of the scientific problems of testing residents, there's also the problem of lack of staff. There's only one technician testing all of these blood samples at the county health department.
We will take all these samples that we're collecting today back to work tomorrow, and I will run them all through my lead care 2 analyzer. I have an assistant right now who is a temp that's actually drawing the blood, but I do all the testing.
Many clinics were only testing kids, and all clinics testing blood were packed daily. Now all residents want is for the government to fix the problem and replace the pipes. However, deciphering the maze of water pipes throughout the city and figuring out which ones have lead is definitely a struggle. Dealing with old and inaccurate records has made finding where exactly the lead-filled service lines are extremely difficult.
Lead in the pipes of the city in Flint could be in a couple different places. It could be in the water service lines that start here at the roads and end up by the house. Or it could be in the water pipes and fixtures in the house itself. Both may need to be replaced.
There's no easy way to fix this great tragedy. Flint residents have definitely been suffering and deserve a solution. Sadly, this crisis is going to take time and a great deal of effort to decipher the puzzle of how exactly the city should solve the problem.